What's up? This is Mikos Da Gawd, and I'm chilling with Thizzler.com. I just love music so much, and I listen to music. I've really, since I was a kid, I just really, didn't really care about nothing more than making music, honestly. You know, it was definitely a way for me to just escape reality and just live in this other in this other world was listening to music and my headphones and everything, since I was hella young. And I think I still that's my comfort time, you know, is when I can just nerd out on some music and just really appreciate it. And so I think when I don't have a problem taking from my inspirations, you know, stealing, biting. I have no problem doing that. You know, I feel like great artists are gonna take, you know, and the more and more that I take and steal, the more and more I'm able to take my inspirations and put in something and then turn it into my own, you know. So I think that any sort of versatility just from me, just my taste, just from versatile taste. I think I like all different kinds of stuff, and I'll take that, and I'll take the inspiration from those records and, you know, and just put it through my filter or something. I'm not a stubborn guy, you know. I like working with all kinds of people, and you know, I'm from the city, and I grew up around all kinds of people, every single kind of person, I think. and so, yeah, you know, I just put it all. Out of high school, was producing with that group 40 Love, aforementioned, and Watsky, who's also a big name. I've done a lot of stuff for him. And then that was you know, my early 20s. Adam Vita, formerly known as A1. I also was working a lot with him. I've known him since high school. And then Soulection came about. Carmack, I went to high school with Carmack, and he really took off, and he really got me popping on SoundCloud, I guess, because he's super popping on SoundCloud. He would repost my tracks, and then I would get Carmack fans just listening to me. And then Soulection too, Hooligan, Carmack, they're in Soulection, and so they got me in the mix with them. And then I think when I started hanging out with Jay Ant, my homie Jay, he came to a Soulection show. He came to this one Soulection show that we had at Public Works late 2014, and me and him just got along hella well, so we started hanging out, and through him is how I linked up with YMTK and Raj, Collaborate, Elu J, Rihanna J, Drew Banga, Dage, through hanging out with him. And Dage too. Dage definitely introduced me to a lot of people. The Anderson .Paak thing happened when we both were producing for a Watsky album. He was executive producing Watsky All You Can Do, and I did a few of the tracks on there. And we had hung out for 2 weeks straight. He was super cool. Me and him rolled out to Low End Theory one night. We had this crazy powwow about music, and then I sent him a beat pack when I got home. And since then he's totally taken off, which is totally awesome. Out there, you know. I mean, even someone more specifically with Zion and I, was the track Saving Souls that we had. That was my favorite thing that we had done together, and that was a really stripped down, bouncy. I played some shows with him, and and that's the kind of vibe that we like at the shows. It's really minimal. I mean, more Timbaland influence, you know, where it's Timbaland Dirt Off Your Shoulder is a beat that I can think of, where it's just the drums and a little synth lead. And then with Rihanna, it's you know, she's very, you know, she's a songstress, you know, and she needs a lot of great music to accompany, you know, her really in-depth lyrics and the painting that the image she portrays in her lyricism. So it's like with that, you need something more full, you know, like some more like neo soul stuff, you know, something more rich harmonically. It really depends on the artist I work with, you know, like some people need more music, some people need more rhythm, some people need more bass. You know, it really just depends. You know, I feel like as a producer, your job is to just like recognize that. You know. How that came about is it started like with a group text with me and a couple bros, and me and Drew were the only producers, or like the only like strictly producers in the group chat. It was like a bunch of artists that you know of us that we work with, a lot of people in our song that we have out, and we were the only strictly producers in the group chat, and that's just my bro, you know, like we like lately at Different Fur in the city, it's like I'll have a session there and I'm knocking out hella stuff, and he'll come in and knock out hella stuff. It's kind of like me and him, we like just meet each other in like workflow, or just like how like we just both just produce hella stuff, you know, and so it just kind of naturally happened. And then the next Little Dad song, what happened, like, you know, when it happens, because we didn't even force that, it just happened, you know, and but that's definitely like you know, that's my guy, you know, like. I feel like between us, like we're like producing, you know, for everybody. Probably Slum Village, Untitled / Fantastic. As like that beat got me really into just wanting to learn how to do like jazzy chords, you know, like Dilla I know he did the beat and like the sound design, and he rapped on it. But I think James Poyser, who plays with the Roots, like he's that one GIF when like you zoom in and he's like, you know, somebody's like this bald head guy. You zoom in and he's like trying not to laugh. That's James Poyser, and he's like one of the most crucial players in the neo soul movement. He plays with the Roots now on Late Night or whatever, and that chord progression, something about it like really like freaked me out. It would make me really spooked out, but also really happy at the same time, like when I was in high school. And that beat totally changed my whole shit. Maybe it really drove me to the one learning like jazz chords, because I didn't grow up playing like jazz or piano or anything. I grew up like rapping, you know. And then like when I was like 20, I started to learn chords.